Weird ring cam footage at my house. Okay, look at this description right here. Look at the black blob animal-looking thing on the left and explain to me what it does. I've looked at thousands of doorbell clips, but whatever is moving in the corner of this porch looks like a living creature literally bursting into flames out of thin air. Just watch this. Look at the bottom left and you will see it. What on earth are we looking at here? The entire comment section completely lost its mind over this footage. People were convinced a stray opossum or a hedgehog literally spontaneously combusted on the walkway, while others thought someone dropped a flaming bag of fireworks onto the porch. But if you stop staring at the fire effect and pay attention to the lighting, it is actually much simpler than that. There is a small ground light positioned right at the bottom edge of the camera's field of view. That terrifying, glowing creature is just a regular bug, most likely a beetle, crawling directly onto the surface of the lamp. The second its shiny shell crosses the beam, the intense glare reflects straight into the camera lens, creating the dramatic visual illusion of a wild animal engulfed in fire before it simply crawls away. Repeating lightning and UAPs? Wait, look at what the OP wrote here. Heat lightning on repeat, locked in the exact same spot, at least 22 flashes. They even spin the camera all the way around to show the rest of the sky is pitch black. But those barely visible, dim lights floating right next to the storm are what make this really unsettling. Pay close attention to the right side of the frame. A storm, firing rapid-fire lightning in one isolated spot for almost 2 minutes straight, is already bizarre. People in the comments were throwing out theories about high-altitude sprites, severe electrical anomalies, or even unidentified craft observing the storm. But if you stop looking at the sky and focus on those faint lights on the right, the mystery vanishes completely. Those dim orbs are standard internal camera lens flares. Every time the recorder moves their hands, the floating dots shift in exact synchronized rhythm with the porch and streetlight fixtures at the bottom of the frame. Unknown animal sound in my friend's backyard 2 years ago. Look at where this was recorded. Deep in northern Canada, 3 in the morning, pitch black. The recorder went out onto the deck in complete darkness, without turning on any lights so they wouldn't spook whatever was out there, and caught this audio echoing across a massive yard. Listen closely, because whatever is making this call sounds deeply unnerving. Standing on a creaky wooden deck in total darkness while something screeches out in the wilderness is a total nightmare scenario. When you hear a high-pitched, raspy cry like that echoing through the trees at 3 a.m., your mind instantly goes to skinwalkers or unknown predators lurking just out of sight. But as unsettling as that sound is, the explanation is pure wildlife biology. That high-frequency, blood-curdling screech is actually the territorial mating call or alarm bark of a wild fox. Depending on the specific region in Canada, it is likely a red fox or Arctic fox making its presence known in the middle of the night. Orb floating on baby crib. Look at what this parent wrote. I just woke up and checked my daughter's baby monitor, and this orb has been floating around her for 20 minutes. They said it was moving in strange patterns, avoiding her body, but every time it hovered near her leg would visibly twitch. They are completely freaking out, thinking it's a spirit. Just look at how this light floats right over the crib. Watching a strange, glowing sphere hover directly over a sleeping child at night is every parent's worst nightmare. The OP was convinced it was something paranormal, especially with the disturbing timing of the toddler's sudden leg movement. But as unsettling as it looks on night vision camera footage, this is a classic optical artifact. Infrared LEDs on baby monitors reflect intensely off microscopic dust specks or tiny spider threads drifting just millimeters in front of the camera lens. Because the particle is completely out of focus, it appears as a giant, glowing orb floating across the nursery. And the baby moving was nothing more than an uncanny coincidence. Trumpet sound at night. Listen to what the poster wrote here. I've heard this noise a few times over the past few months, but this is the first time I got it on video. They describe it as a massive, echoing trumpet ringing straight through the night air, sounding almost like those skyquake apocalyptic horns people record all over the world. Just listen to this low drone reverberating through the city. Hearing a loud, horn-like screech echoing through a dark neighborhood at night feels like a scene straight out of a disaster movie. Clips like this frequently get linked to supernatural events or unexplainable atmospheric hums that leave people terrified in their own homes. But the poster actually suspected the real culprit right in their post, and the thread confirmed it immediately. That jarring noise is heavy metal friction, specifically steel train wheels grinding hard against the tracks or heavy machinery braking at a nearby rail yard. The acoustic resonance carries through the quiet night air for miles, turning a standard industrial train into something that sounds terrifyingly alien. How many mysteries did you solve by yourself? Let me know in the comments, and see you next time.